Hi and welcome. This is the third in a three-part series, Survival Food Plan on a Budget. There's several types of food you'll need for an emergency. You'll need foods that you can store at your home, and you'll need more transportable foods that weigh less in the event you need to leave your home. You can purchase your foods from a grocery store, make your own survival foods, or purchase commercially produced survival foods. Each has its own advantages, and we will look at the pros and cons of all of them. Let's first look at making your own survival foods. We will divide them into two types of foods. The first is wet foods, and the second is dry foods. Wet foods would be classified as any foods that you would can. To do this process, you would need a pressure canner or cooker, canning jars, tongs, new lids, and some practice with canning foods. If you haven't done this before, it can be a little bit of a challenge. The pros to this is that it can be done fairly cheaply. It can be a fun family project, and you can control the quality of the product. The cons are, if you make a mistake, it can make you sick. It takes a lot of time to do, and they're not very good for transport since they're heavy and the jars can break easily. They also will only last about a year, and since light degrades the food, you'll need to put them in a cool, dark area. It is possible to get botulism, so it is suggested that you heat the food back up to kill any of the spores of botulism that may have remained. The other type of homemade survival food is dry goods. This can consist of grains, spices, dehydrated ingredients including fruits, veggies, onions, peppers, and many others. You will need to purchase a vacuum sealer, polymetal bags, oxygen absorbers, and some type of labels. The pros to these foods are that they will last much longer than wet foods. They're lightweight, so they're more transportable. The cons are that you will need to mix all of these ingredients together to make a meal. In an emergency situation, that can prove to be difficult. Also, you will need to hydrate them, and in most cases, buying small quantities of these ingredients can be quite expensive. To receive good discounts, you need to buy in bulk, sometimes hundreds of pounds. The next type of food we're going to look at is grocery store food. Specifically speaking, these are the canned foods found in your grocery store. There really is quite a large selection of these foods, so you can pick from veggies, meats, fruits, and many other items. The pros of these foods, they do last a lot longer than home canning, on average up to 12 to 24 months. Almost every meat, vegetable, and fruit in a grocery store are cooked in large vats that are exposed to air prior to them being packaged into cans. The cons are that they are usually full of chemicals, fillers, additives, and water or broth. The water or broth is a way for the manufacturer to give you less product, such as meat or vegetables, and make more money by just selling you water. They're usually very high in sodium. This is the manufacturer's way of preserving the product since it's been exposed to air. Now let's move on to the commercially produced survival foods. We at Survivalcave Food make freeze-dried, dehydrated meals, and long-term ready-to-eat canned meats. All of our products are made in the USA and are of the highest quality and have a delicious gourmet flavor. Once I explain all of these products, I will share a way you can get these foods for up to 50% off retail price. Let's first look at our freeze-dried fruits. These fruits come in several different varieties. They are all natural, no preservatives, no additives, or chemicals, and they have a delicious fruity flavor. They come in a couple different sizes that are sure to meet your needs. Our dehydrated meals come in several different sizes and many different varieties. They include breakfasts, lunches, dinners, desserts, and drinks. These delicious meals have a 20-year shelf life if stored in the recommended conditions. They all come with a Ziploc top on the top of every bag. They have oxygen absorbers on the inside so you can open them and take out what you want and then reseal them, and they'll stay fresh for up to a year. These meals are packaged in polymetal bags that prevent any oxygen transmission rate. In other words, no oxygen can get to the food. Many other companies use Mylar bags that tend to get pinholes and spoil the food. Both our dehydrated and freeze-dried foods are great for home storage, but also are awesome because of their lightweight and they can be transported easily. Now let's talk about one of my favorites, our canned meats. We have the best canned meats in America. These canned meats are all natural, no preservatives, no chemicals, no fillers or additives. We don't even add water or broth. The meats are cooked in their own natural juices. They're low in sodium, fat, and cholesterol. They're ready to eat right out of the can, and with our special slow cooking process in the can, they'll last you for many, many years. These are great, healthy survival foods, but they can also be used for your daily meals because of their high quality and low cost. Now let's look at the cost. The average cost of these meats is less than $7 per pound. They come in beef, chicken, turkey, pork, and ground beef. The meats you get in the grocery stores are full of hormones, injections, and then you got to pay for fat, gristle, and bone. Then you have to cook it, not to mention they won't last very long if you don't cook and eat them right away. Okay, let's recap. You can make your own foods at home, you can buy grocery store food, or you can purchase our delicious survival food. Okay, so you now know Survivalcave Food produces some of the highest quality foods, healthiest foods. They have years of shelf life, and you get a special discounted price, all for about $1 a serving. So what's the catch? Well, there is a catch. Okay, so here's the catch. If you receive these videos, you are part of a selected special test group that's going to be allowed to buy these foods at a much reduced price. But the catch is, you've only got 5 days to do it. You'll need to jot down the code you see below. See that code there? Jot that down, put that code in the coupon code section on checkout, and you'll receive an additional discount. But remember, this is good for 5 days only. You'll want to hurry. This offer may expire if we run out of product, so please do it right away. Thanks, have a great day, and thanks for listening.